Hello, today I'm going to be doing a quick video on the Sceptre, I think that's how you pronounce it, the Sceptre 2.1 soundbar. I just purchased this on Amazon about maybe 2 weeks ago now, and the reason why I bought this was I typically had a 2.1 channel computer speaker set up at my desk. I didn't like the subwoofer taking up so much floor space, and I found this soundbar that had just, a bar for the sound, and then instead of like a separate subwoofer box, which most sound bars have, this actually has like a sound base, like a stand, that I thought was great, because then I can just put my computer monitor on that and basically set it up just like this. Or if you're using it with your TV, you could put the sound bar below your TV and then put this on, maybe a stand or something underneath the TV. Comes with a little instruction manual there, which was, I guess above average considering most instructions these days. The directions are actually pretty clear on how to hook things up. It's pretty simple. The subwoofer is not powered. It's just powered off of the soundbar itself. It's just regular speaker wire, although it does have a weird plug on the one side. If you needed to extend it, you could if you really needed to, but it's got coax, it's got optical, those are both SPDIF connections, auxiliary, and Bluetooth. There's not much space to actually plug in those cables. It was very tight to connect those cables. It comes with the remote control. In fact, let me just show it to you right now. I have it set up here at my desk, and just for reference, this is a 27-inch computer monitor. So you can see that it fits pretty good with this computer monitor. And I'll just remove this. You can see the stand of my monitor. I just have it up a little bit, and then I just have this bar kind of put in between there. And then there's the so-called subwoofer box there in the bottom. Comes with this remote control. Pretty basic. Works fine for me. Some people on Amazon were saying that the remote was failing after a while. I haven't had any issues like that. You got power, you got source. This little E is actually for the equalizer, which is kind of weird. I'll cycle through the options now.
Movie. Games.
Weird voice.
News. Music.
And music is the one that I have it on, because I think that one sounds the best, and I'm primarily using it for music. You got your reverse, previous song, next song, play, pause. These only work if you're using Bluetooth. I had it connected to my phone, and that seemed to work fine. It's got volume up and down, mute in the middle, bass up and down. It's kind of weird. They put the bass up and down there, and then you got treble up and down over here. And then sleep, which I think is just like a 60-minute timer that has it turn off after that amount of time. So now I'm just going to play a few sound samples just so you can hear what it sounds like. If you've seen some of the other videos on my channel when I was doing some stuff in my car and testing the sound system I put in my car, you'll probably recognize these songs because they're the same ones. So I have the sound set to maybe like 50% on the soundbar and about 50% there on the Mac. Right now I'm connected through just regular auxiliary, and well, I'll just let you have a listen for a second. Heard enough of that. I believe the speakers inside there, there's just two, just left and right. I think they're 1.5 or 2 inches each in size. And then the so-called subwoofer is only 3 inches. It's not even really a subwoofer, to be honest. It's more of a mid-range speaker in an oversized box. And I'm actually going to be returning this to Amazon today. So right after this video, I'm going to unhook it. And I'll show you the underside of this. I can't just flip it over right now because my monitor's sitting on it, but I'll show you that in a moment. So there's a few problems that I don't like with this. Number one, the sound quality's not that great. For just like TV usage, TV shows, it's probably good. Movies, maybe. You're not going to get, you know, big explosions and surround sound and anything out of this, but it's definitely an improvement over the speakers built into your TV. Definitely recommended if that's all you have. This will be a good improvement, but if you're expecting good quality, you know, really good quality sound, you're not going to get it from this. For computer usage, it looks really nice. It fits my setup really well, and I'm kind of disappointed that it has this issue where after 10 minutes it goes into a power save mode. And what happens is there's a little light there, you probably saw it, that changes colors for when you cycle through the sources, and it turns red when it goes off. And what happens is if it doesn't detect sound for about 10 minutes, it just shuts itself off. And if I'm using the computer, you know, if I'm playing music, it's fine, it's going to stay on, but I'm not always playing music. Maybe I'm watching a video on YouTube, and then I'm surfing the web for a little bit, and then I find another video, I go to watch it, and it's playing, but there's no sound, and that's because if it's been 10 minutes since the last time sound was played, I got to turn it on again. So I'm constantly reaching for this remote control and turning it on, which is really annoying. I emailed the Sceptre support. I asked if there was a way that this power save feature could be disabled. I did not get any response. It's been like 2 weeks, not one response. I didn't try and call them, but, you know, nobody's got time for that. So that's, for TV, I guess, like I said, it's okay because TV's always going to be having volume, or, you know, sound output. But you will need to manually turn this on when you turn on your TV. There's no HDMI, there's no ARC, there's no pass-through or anything like that, so there's no, you know, some soundbars that have HDMI, when you power on your TV, this will power on automatically. No. This you have to manually control each time. So I mentioned about the sound quality, I mentioned about the auto off. It does have a weird kind of hiss noise. I don't hear it right now, but of course my air conditioner's on, so that kind of covers up some of the noise. But in a really quiet room, and no audio is playing, you'll hear a hiss. My guess is it's just a really poor quality amplifier in there. The last thing is Bluetooth. Originally I wanted to use this over Bluetooth, but of course, you know, you got to pair it all the time. So let me switch the source. Actually, that's the blue there is for Bluetooth, and oh, there you go. You just heard that noise, so it just paired to my computer. And actually, that wasn't too bad, but sometimes that boop noise that it makes when it connects, it tends to be really loud. I mean, it just scares me out of my seat because there's a delay. You turn it on, it takes a few seconds to renegotiate, and then it makes, in fact, let me just do it again. Let me just disconnect from there, and then let me reconnect. And didn't do it. Let me power it off and power it back on. So it's got the red light, it's off, powered on, and there you go. And it's just really annoying. I mean, it sounds like it's overpowering the speaker, actually. The subwoofer itself, it kind of makes a popping noise when that comes on. It's really annoying. You can't turn that off, I don't think. That always happens with Bluetooth, which is why I switched to the auxiliary cable. So that's pretty much it with the soundbar. Like I said, I will be back in just a second with another view of the back and the bottom of this. So let me unhook it from my setup, and I'll show you that right now. Alright, so I'm back. I've unhooked it now. Here's the back of the unit. You can see it's kind of tight there. It comes with this auxiliary cable. This fits okay, but it does not come with a optical cable. I tried. I have my own optical cable that I hooked up to my Mac, but I didn't like that because then I lost the volume control ability from the Mac keyboard. But basically, let me just pull that little protector off, and it, you know, just barely, let me see if I can get it in there just right, but you can see the problem here is that you know, there's just not much space. And with optical cables, there's glass in there. You can't bend this, or the glass inside will break, and then your fiber optic connection will not work. So that's kind of a, I mean, it works. You can get it in there. It's fine, but it's just a little difficult. You got to be careful. On this side, you got your power. You got your subwoofer connection, which uses this stupid plug, but it's just standard audio cable on the other side here. So if this cable is not long enough, you can extend it. There was one person asked how to do that, and they said you couldn't because it's this special plug, but really you can just get regular speaker wire and hook onto this end, and then you can hook it in there no problem. One more thing, this is the power adapter. It's pretty large. I would have rather had a separate power brick, you know, have this portion of the plug just go into the wall and then have the transformer, kind of like a laptop charger. It's almost a laptop charger in size. And it's 24 volt, 1.5 amps. Not sure what that really equals out to. You can probably do the math. And as I promised, here is the subwoofer box itself. It's got these two little ports in the back, which kind of makes the bass more boomy than it needs to be. And there is the speaker itself. Now what's hilarious is on the bottom of the box, they show you this picture, which it actually looks like a pretty decent quality speaker. But in reality, this is what you're getting. In fact, let me see. I don't have, actually, I have a ruler. I'm going to show you the size of this speaker cone, because typically, where did my ruler go? There it is. So, let's see. It is about 3 inches in size. I was right. Typically, obviously, the larger the speaker, the lower frequencies that it's able to produce. And 3 inches is typically a mid-range size. Usually, computer speakers have about 6.5 inch woofer, maybe 8 inch. And then subwoofers, like for home theater, there's actually one right here, have like 10 or 12 inch subwoofer speaker size. So this speaker is, you know, not really going to get you much sound. And you can hear when I tap on there how hollow this box is. The sound is just kind of over, because of these ports, it makes the bass sound louder. But really, if you crank this thing up, which I should have played more music and cranked it up so you could hear how loud it gets. It does get pretty loud, but the quality's not that great. It is a nice, small, compact size. I wouldn't put a very large TV on this, maybe 32-inch maximum. More than that, it's probably too much weight for this. It does have little feet there, so there's enough room for that little speaker to move. It is, you know, pretty solid built. It's a good size, especially, like I said, for the computer monitor. It fits great. I really thought this was going to perform better, but unfortunately, it's just not. The sound quality is just not what I was looking for. So I'm gonna box this thing up, send it back to Amazon. I think it's about $78. So not too bad, but I think I'll end up just buying a regular sound bar from Vizio, or maybe I'll just go back to the computer speakers I have. So hope you found this video helpful, and if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Have a good day. Bye.